Let's see if the microphone is good, especially if the microphone is not picking up the air conditioner in the background. Awesome. Excellent. Let's see. If I go closer to the microphone, it's better. If I go further away, not so good. Man, it's really difficult trying to equalize microphones and then doing the compressing and then doing the limiting and all that kind of stuff. Hello, Recidicus. Hello, Chansey. Love you both. I'm so glad you're here. I'm wondering why the comments don't disappear like they do on Twitch, but what can you do? Also, you know what? I set up my setup where it's so great. I don't have to listen to the music. It's so funny because the music kind of distracts me a lot of the time and it makes me feel like I have to perform something. But now, on your end, you get to listen to the dulcet tones of jazz lo-fi hip-hop. Yeah, the lag between the comments. That sounds like a YouTube thing. Sounds like a YouTube thing. What if I do this? Is this better? Ratio, threshold. Oh, can't do that threshold. You can hear my air conditioner in the background. Sorry, I'm messing up with the sound. I'm surprised the comments keep going. They don't disappear after a while. I guess that's something to do on Streamlabs. You didn't have to do that, my friend. Didn't have to do that at all, but I appreciate it. That is wonderful of you. Let's make this worth it. Let's make this worth it. Let's make this worth it, my friend. Do you have strange quirks that motivate you? Good question. My quirks that motivate me are very spontaneous. One day it can be cold and cool. For example, it was so hot this entire time. This entire week. It was sorry, I'm a Celsius person, so it's 31, 32, 33, 34, going up to 35. And that just ruins any and all productivity I might have. But then there's this certain sensation that I get where if I put an air conditioner on or have some nice dry, cold air blowing faintly, it just clicks. Something clicks inside me and I feel like, oh, I'm in an office. I can actually work on something. How the subscribe feature works. It's amazing. I could just stop and just talk to you guys all day instead of draw, but I think that would negate the purpose. What's going on with the monitoring of the alert boxes? Sorry, the chat box. Something that I'm not familiar with. Twitch, it was all easily done on Twitch, but on this it's a little bit laggy, very laggy. coffee link broken? No. Don't do this to me, Jancy. Don't do this. I'm looking at chat delay. There's always show messages. What if I press don't show messages? Oh, there are no messages. I'm guessing on YouTube, putting messages on the chat screen, on my screen, is a little bit inconvenient. Do me a solid, everyone. Just type something in the comments and I'll respond to it, and we'll see how fast it goes without the screen. I'm watching. Hi. I saw it just when it popped up. Something in the comments. Yeah, the microphone is not being exactly the best. Oh well. Boom. Ratio. Alright, I'm ready to open something up. Alright, I'm glad the mic sounds good. That's great. That's excellent. That's very good. It's a little bit not to my liking. Not to my liking. Ooh, there we go. Now, the ratio has been changed. The ratio has been changed. It's been changed. Changed and fixed and release and attack and boom. Back to normal, I think. The mic. What mic? My mic? My mic is a Rode NT1, I think. It's one of those nice and normal mics that are, condenser mics. I'm just really curious about how this is gonna sound like. Yay, you can see what I'm working on. So I was thinking we could do sketches, I could do this album for City Pop, because as I said, I really wanted to actually start maybe doing a book of the entire, all the City Pop albums that I quote unquote parodied for legal reasons. And, I think it would be cool to have a coffee book with, the, images of the drawings that I did based on all these City Pop albums from the 70s, 60s, and 80s, and some from the 90s. And, and also put in some education. Maybe, just the history of how this thing started, and what it's about, and why it's so interesting to me. And also the love of animation and art style that I'm was trying to use. You know, I forgot what album this was. But yeah, the chat delay is real. The music's a little loud. What if my voice was loud and the music would impress itself whenever I speak? How's that? Is that better? Hey, Chicken One Ninjas. I haven't seen that in a long time. Long time. Haven't seen your so long. We go way back. Chicken One Ninjas and I. Decade, perhaps. I'm just trying to get it to just trying to get it to just trying to get this to get my smaller inflections so I don't have to talk too loud. I guess. I don't know. This audio stuff, you think that I'd be good at audio, but looks like I'm not. Anyway, these are the sketches that I was doing. There's a running woman, and that was today in the morning when I was drinking coffee, and I just didn't realize how unfortunate it looks, because you want to get natural movement. What the hell was that? 15 years. Wow. Hey, 15 years. I shy a reckoning. So she's running. She doesn't have a head. Can't be bothered. And then there was some anatomy, whatever I was doing. I don't know. I think I've regressed a little bit, but you know, there's nothing that more practice can improve as you do. Why does the skeleton have horns? I mean, it's really stormy out there today. Alright, so let's see. I'm open for suggestions. Something that I can sketch around with, or I'm just gonna do some athletes doing athletic things. And I'm really sorry at the delay. It's not as good as Twitch, which is unfortunate because everyone keeps telling me like, ooh, art streams are really good on YouTube, and I'm like, yeah, I'd love to do that. But if it's gonna be this delayed, it's gonna be really difficult. So we could draw Misty. See, I think I get the motion all right. You know, like it's like clearly she's doing the jump thing, but then I have to put all the details in there and get that going. It's a hassle. See, I'm always trying to show off on streams. I'm always like, let's see how fast I can sketch this. Wow people. And wow them. Done and done. Now you just have to fill it in with detail. Oh, come on, thank you. It's really nice of you to say. I need to remember that I don't need those boosts of assurance that it's going well. You know, that's kind of one of the things that I've always been struggling with. Misty always had this interesting hair separation where there's always these three, and then another. What do you call that? Like a hair. Thing. I'm not gonna draw Digimon, Luke. Okay, I'll draw Digimon. Which Digimon do you want me to draw? Hi, Luke. Mr. Luke Deckard. He's in the chat. I'm nervous now. Tuft, thank you. That's how I draw fists. Very economical. I need to really look into more, I think 5 years ago I was so much more in tune with wanting to gather information and studying the different ways I could draw different, appendages, for example, or, posing. It's all this anatomy stuff. And I don't know. I kind of dropped the ball after these past 3 years. Yes, it's Misty being a coach, fitness instructor, something like that. That was the first thing someone shouted out. I think Chansey shouted out in the chat. So I was just like, I mean, that was the first. You draw like a. By the way, Luke, is the audio fine? When I lower my voice, can you hear me? Because it looks like it's not happening the way I want it to. Also, the chat delay is absolutely insane. I don't think fitness instructors have like a utility belt or something. Ah, Luke, no. Mike. Yeah, the chat is being ferried on the messenger pigeon. Okay, maybe this is better. Yes, 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 yes! Wait, am I too loud now? Yay, Nick! Hey! Hey, Nick! Am I too loud? I think I'm too loud. Oh, I know this is Amanda. Hi. I've known from the beginning. Look at this, the chat is insane. Honestly, I don't know how someone would hold a whistle, so just kind of, that's true, you can turn me down. You can turn me down. Okay, this is a failure. I'm going to try. I'm gonna try to do a give me a Digimon. And I know if I ask Luke about Digimon, he's gonna pick the most complex or the most like elaborate Digimon. I'm gonna take like a whole hour to draw. Maybe I'll get inspired. I don't know. Yeah, man, the chat delay is nuts, and I don't think it's my fault. Greymon. How do we do that? Renamon? Who's Renamon? I have to check that one out. Oh yeah, Renamon. Alright. I need to really think about the line of action more. That is another, like, there's so many old things that I was so used to, and they were so easy to remember, and they went by clockwork. I just kind of dropped the ball a little bit, so I'm trying to, this is a good practice to get back into shape. You know what I mean? Hmm? Do, 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 do. Okay. This one's for you, Luke. I have I have reference for Greymon because I don't know how to draw him, but I don't have any reference for Godzilla right now on hand. So I'm just flying at the seat of my pants. Hopefully, Godzilla will look like Godzilla. Considering how often I draw the King of the Monsters, I guess I will get something right. Except for that. Look at that. What is this? This is I. No. So don't get me on started on Godzilla because I'm gonna start talking about like, oh, so which is your favorite Godzilla? Because mine just tends to be the default. I think that that's never gonna change, and that's the Heisei era Godzilla, the one that was introduced in 1984 with the Return of Godzilla, or Godzilla 85, as they call it in the U.S., with their strange insertion of American, jokes. Um, Because I think I'm sharing. No, I have a Phil Dragish page, except that I was thinking of just using for non-serious. I mean, more serious stuff. Like I was thinking of actually like using that for like video, uh, movie essays or something that I wanted to do, but I don't know if I'll ever do them. They're just there. I thought it was just kind of humble, just being like, "Oh, it's just Phil, just Phil." So I thought that was probably better. I see that Greymon has this interesting lower lip, this protrusion. What movies? Okay, well, that's a good question, actually. So I had these two scripts that I actually wrote back when I was okay with writing stuff. And the first one, the more important one is the one called I wanted to talk about the, appreciating the artistic and, for lack of a better term, fan love for, you know, King Kong 2005. Because I believe that that is a classic definition of masterpiece, Peter Jackson masterpiece. Which means it has all of Peter Jackson. This is what makes Peter Jackson Peter Jackson. I felt like that's his most sincere like reflection of what his interests are and what he cares about, and it's all in 2005 King Kong, in my opinion. And that's kind of what I wanted to do. I actually wanted to do it a long time ago when Kong Skull Island came out because everyone was talking about how Kong Skull Island is cool. Did you see that big spider thing in Kong Skull Island? And I'm like, no, it's not. It pales in comparison of the passion and creative influx that made 2005 King Kong such an incredible artistic venture as a remake. And you can say what you want about 2005 King Kong being, too long, too melodramatic, characters that just disappear from the movie and everything. But I feel like, and I'm not saying that's wrong. I'm not even gonna criticize that, but I just wanted to emphasize how much like love was poured into that. Thank you, Luke. Skull Island did suck. And so I wanted to do that as a response to Kong Skull Island at some point. But, it's been 7 years. Was it? No, seven. Yeah, it's 20, it's been 6 years. And I didn't even move forward with that. My computer was really bad. So that's one reason. But then the other reason was just that you have only so much time in the day. And I'm like, is it worth doing it? Because I have to write something and I hate writing. See, this is the criticism I need. Noise suppression off. Expander on. Expander on. Compressor threshold up. Is this better? Is it better? Is it better? Yeah, it is better. It is better. Crisper. Very crisp. I think. I like it. Anyway, hello. Is the mic better, Daniel?
Daniel, is the mic better?
Is this the Daniel that watches Planet of the Apes with me? A little off, okay. Trying to get that work. Let's see. Okay, compressor. Threshold. What about now? Hey, what's up? How's it going? How are you? How is everybody? Hi, everybody! What about... Oh, okay, this is good. I think this is good. Yeah, I love Planet of the Apes. Can you... What about now? Is this good? Are we better? Are we good? Are we a lot better now? Alright, anyway. You still way prefer 5, but it got you interested enough to think of King of the Monsters might not suck. I don't know. Haven't seen it since 2017. I'm kind of wanting to see it again, but it's like, should I bother? Because it kind of felt like, to be honest with you, it just felt like amateur hour. I just didn't like it. I just don't understand when, filmmakers come in and they're like, I love this property, but then they clearly don't have enough, education, discipline, of the research and knowing the history and really understanding, man, about like the core, the core of what makes you love it so much. And it always felt like that's kind of what we kept getting in movies these days. It's rare to find an artist who really, delves into what he's doing, what they're doing, and just gets it, Dude, I was drawing this on autopilot. It worked pretty well. I wasn't even paying attention to what I was doing. It's fun if you do what I did and watch Godzilla first and we're bored to death. Which Godzilla? 2014 or the original 1954? What are we talking about? What are you talking about, Nick? Alright, I'm feeling good about this picture. I think we can move on. Greymon is definitely fighting Godzilla, and I have
given Luke his satisfaction with his request.
It's ramping down. Yeah, I am thinking... Okay, I'm trying to understand. Maybe this is better? Yeah. Okay. Ratio. What about now? Oh no, I'm too quiet. What about my ratio? Wait. This should be a lot... Whoa, okay, maybe not. This should be a lot better. I think. Minus threshold. Okay, I'm done with this. Thank you, I'm glad you're satisfied. Let me see. Maybe the expander should just switch off. Oh gosh. Maybe it's just the microphone. Oh, wait. Maybe it's just the microphone being crazy. Like, now sounds okay. I think it sounds good in my headphones when I'm listening to it. Anyway, let's move on. The only problem is you can hear the tapping of my pen on the screen. Yeah, the streaming issue is it's just insane.
Frank is here. He is here.
No. Okay. So. Hello. Quiet. Loud. There we go. Filippo, that's my name. Don't wear it out. I never saw Versus Kong yet, but I find that the legendary Godzilla films are really bad at human scenes, even by Godzilla standards. Yes, Godzilla vs. Kong, the 2021 film, was a disappointment as well as it was entertaining, which I am sad to say I was entertained and very disappointed by it. It's a weird mixture. I have so much to say about Godzilla vs. Kong. I just... Like, when I was watching the commentary, right? I started it, and I can't wait to watch more, because the director, Adam Wingard, was like, I wanted all this to be, like, synth music. And I'm like, yep, that's where you lost me. You don't know what you're talking about. This isn't the Godzilla this isn't the Godzilla vs. Kong I wanted. The best actor role is Stag. That's actually pretty good. Remember Sam Jackson just died. Yeah. Kong vs. Zilla is like a Wendy's menu. And I agree. Bryan Cranston, Sam Jackson, Ken Watanabe. I forgot about that. Yeah. You know it's getting hot when the touch feature on my tablet buzzes out all the time because I'm kind of sweating. I'm sorry about the clicking. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do this. Oh, yep, there we go. Do that freaking touch. And let's do the gorilla. Gorilla. Good Wendy's meal or burger meal with extra cheese that somehow tastes better, worse than everything else. Yeah. Is the delay better, or is it still horrible? I can't tell. I'm just reacting to when I see the chat. Anyway, the other video that I wanted to do was I actually edited it. Frank, I want my TV now in the chat knows what I'm talking about because he actually saw it and he actually helped me out by beefing up the banter for the script that I did, where I was just gonna make a whole video essay about what I love about The Mummy, the 1999 Stephen Sommers film, and that's still sitting in the computer. And I mean, I could probably take a Wednesday and make it work. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Really do. Really do. So I really want to do that video, but like my video making powers are out the door right now. I got other things to worry about at the moment, so. Anyway. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna look at some reference and copy the reference, and it'll make you look cool. Because it's like, oh, how am I doing this? Out of thin air. And it's like, no, I'm just looking at a picture. Maybe it'll get people to watch. There's one thing I'm pretty bad at, is being patient about hair. Basically, every 3D DreamWorks film has a pattern. The first film is better than you'd think. The second is weirdly amazing, and the third is a disappointment. Nick Hates Snow, 2023. Did I say 3D DreamWorks film? Sorry. Yeah, that interview, man. There's no way I can prepare for it, obviously, Frank. So I'm just like, I'll wait. I'll be waiting until June 23, and then I'm gonna be mercilessly grilled by I Want My TV Now. So everybody that wants to know about me and the weird inside jokes that accumulated after 20 years, I Want My TV Now right there in the chat. It's gonna happen. Did I say June? July. My God. You try drawing and talking at the same time. It's an art. It's an art in itself. I Want My TV Now. Did you do any other like in-depth interviews with anybody else yet? Is there a Luke one that I missed? Inside Baseball, William Shatner stuff. Oh, Jen. All right. Melanie, interview, top 5 things. Hopefully she can fit me in her schedule. Yep, you know, people's got them busy schedules. Gotta get that going, man. It's gonna be fun. I really enjoy your streams. I loved the Batman stream with Luke of the Luke Deckard show. It's amazing. I was so happy I actually caught it too. The discussion was great. I will say when you guys talked about sorry, when you guys talked about Indiana Jones, it was Frank, I Want My TV Now, it was Luke Deckard, and it was Jonathan Whitelaw, author. I mean, Luke Deckard's an author too. But you know what I'm saying. All three of them talking about Dial of Destiny. That was also good. It was also very good. Just shilling all the other YouTube channels because they're friends. But no, it's like they were really good, really good. What am I drawing? I was just like on autopilot again. Who's this? I don't know. I'm looking at a picture and I'm just like, all right. I need to challenge myself a little more. Ooh. But The Mummy is so, like, it owes so much to Indy. You know what I mean? I feel like without Indiana Jones in the picture, I don't think that The Mummy would even be in existence. We're talking about the 1999 Stephen Sommers movie. They should have. I think they dropped the ball, Frank. I totally agree. They dropped the ball with Van Helsing. And Luke, I'm not sure if we watched that together recently. Somehow I feel like we have, and I can't put my finger on it because I do feel like we watched it recently. Yes, I think we did. And by recently, I mean like a year or two ago. And yeah, like, there's something about Van Helsing that I love, but then it's like they kind of dropped the ball like intensely with it. And the fact that the Mummy wasn't even in there was a little bit, wasn't it like just like they had that opportunity, but I guess they had so many other interpretations of those monsters and they try to make their own world up and whatever. Oh yeah, you literally got in the card game because you like the Egyptian theme. You mean Yu-Gi-Oh? Invisible Man. Yes, Van Helsing has my favorite version of the werewolf as well. I mean, he's so cool. I'm gonna draw it right now. That's how cool it is. Let's, come on. Okay. Line of action, Phil. Come on, let's get this going. Let's do something with more energy and less... Yes, Yu-Gi-Oh was the biggest TCG in, like, after a while. Man, you can hear my mouse click. It's so embarrassing. So unprofessional. Come on, dude. Come on, you can do this. I think what's great about these werewolves is that they take a lot of inspiration, at least facially, with you know, the John Landis American Werewolf in London design. Well, not John Landis necessarily. I mean Rick Baker who designed it, but like. Where's Luke? He promised he'd be here. He was here. Frank, he was here. And he's gone. He's just bored of, you know, sketches. That's the thing. It's so funny to me how... I'm gonna share a secret since there's only 7 viewers on here. I can't... Like, watching art streams to me is... difficult to focus. Like, I'm just like... Man, this is gonna take forever. And so that's what kind of dictates the fact that I'm always trying to be really fast, because I feel like that's what everybody thinks about art streams, and it's like, well... Pokemon's always the biggest, but like, there was a time where Yu-Gi-Oh was like bigger, like you'd hear about Yu-Gi-Oh more, and I think that was somewhere around 2004. John Landis, the Rick Baker. I said Rick Baker, didn't I? I said I switched the, you know, I corrected myself. I said John Landis, and then I'm like, well, I mean, he directed the movie, but like Rick Baker designed the wolf. Of course, it's a rad idea. What's Duel Monsters? This is a cool design kind of trick. So you want to make some character more ferocious. Especially like a wolf, you know, a canine monster. Just do the dark circles underneath. Instantly, like, satanic. Evil. Instant evil. Your feelings about Yu-Gi-Oh! Card art is like your feelings with Pokemon art, except mine, like the old art, is still the same. Yeah. So Duel Monsters is the first era of Yu-Gi-Oh! Gotcha. Don't know the lore. Duel Monsters GX, D5, no, 5DS, Zexal, okay, Arc V, and then you losing interest. So how many years of that Yu-Gi-Oh! Are we talking? What's the legacy? Okay, this is a weird thing to think about, but like, what do werewolves like knees? Like, how do they? Like, what's the anatomy like? Like the femur. Wait a second, I need to remember my anatomy here. Because they need, because like the legs have to be like this, right? It just has to be. So like, I'm just wondering, like, if bending the knees like this, that means that there's this extra joint. Not that it's extra, I mean, we have it too, but it's so small in comparison. Forget what it's called. It was like the something with a T. Well, no, I just wanted to know the legacy of, like, what time span is it from Duel Monsters to you losing interest? Look, I like this werewolf guy. Not bad. Let's just erase the undersketch, because, like, that's... Oh, great, my keyboard's, being garbage. Okay. Again. It only does the little hand thing. Whee! Until... Alright, good. Mech pencil. Don't mind if I do. Where's Luke? I guess Luke quit. He rage quit. No, he didn't rage quit. It's late. I get it. If you consider Yu-Gi-Oh! As a video game, you must move on. You just move on. Right. You notice from a lot of things from... Yeah, I'm erasing this guy. I don't care about him. He did rage quit, didn't he? But I do notice a lot of things from the late 90s and early still existing in some form. Yeah, I think that is correct. There's a lot of stuff that is either just surviving. And I think it's just, their fans growing up and still keeping it, you know, alive. Let's see what we got. DS confused you, so you skipped that generation and regretted it because it was the best one. Okay. Gotcha. And then the card system they introduced is cool. That's great. Then Arc V had a new card system that ruined Yu-Gi-Oh! Forever, and even with the new fixes, become a game I no longer enjoy. Okay. You started buying Beyblades again because you realized no matter what, they can't ruin spinning tops. Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. All that stuff is just like, I've seen it. You know, Pokemon is just the thing that I gravitate towards the most. I found the concept interesting, and occasionally, you know, just go back to it a little bit and be like, oh yeah, Natsukashi. Hi. That's a good thing. Thank you very much, actually. That's actually great advice, because, like, I'm always nervous about, like, maintaining... I think in the past I was nervous about maintaining a conversation, but now I'm just like, who cares? It's gonna be fine. But I am nervous about... You nailed it. Like, I am nervous about just drawing too slowly, because I always think that people want results. You know, I'm just thinking of, like, an auditorium of middle-aged, you know, mafia bosses chomping on cigars.
Where's the results? I'm waiting for the results.
So it's better to just, you know, just keep the conversation going. Which I could do. Oh yeah, I can carry. I have the right to carry. Did I play a new game or skip because of technical? Who are we talking about? Beyblade? No. Oh. Awesome. Thank you, Frank. I appreciate it. I guess it is kind of fun sometimes where you just leave it on there and you just listen to the conversation. And then you go back and you're like, oh yeah, look, progress has been made. So if you want to make a scared face, the pupils, if the pupils are smaller and the iris, the sclera is bigger, well, then you know that that's a very panicked look. Nick, I appreciate that. I like that comment. I love that comment. Oh, I'm so glad we're actually connecting on one thing where it's like, I don't know what they're talking about. It's hard. You know, to maintain, I think that that's what you're going for, Frank. I'm not sure, but like, to maintain, you know, like, just focus. It's difficult, you know? It gets hard to, you know, just like, you're thinking about like 3 different things at once. Nice. Thank you for revealing that secret. So I have, okay, so everyone else can probably hear the music. I actually don't hear the music, which is, I'm just letting you on the secret. I love that because that made me nervous a lot at the time because it's like, oh, I have to perform and I have to listen to this. Which is kind of silly to say because like the music's playing and it's probably, you know, giving a relaxing aura. But for me, it's like I'm just in my head. I'm just hearing the Van Helsing score. So that's all I'm hearing in my head right now. I'm just hearing that oppressive, gothic, no stop, like no frills opening from Alan Silvestri. Oh, so good. You're not paying attention to this, to the effects. You're not looking at the pacing. You're listening to the music. Bum, 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 bum. Man, if only copyright was at least the DMCA, you know, system and stuff like that was more lenient, I'd be playing that Van Helsing score right now. Dude, I love that reference. It's a great reference. So I'm thinking YouTube, doing YouTube streaming is nice, but just by the fact that more people actually use YouTube than they do Twitch, and so more people can show up, and I'm assuming this is going to be saved on the archive so you can watch it later. But at the same time, I do like the environment of Twitch, especially because it does feel like the system is a little more less glitchy when it comes to the freaking delay that's going on here. But then again, there was some news about Twitch being like, what were they doing? They were like putting new rules for ads and stuff like that. I mean, fair enough, Frank. I'm assuming it's not that big a deal, because I could switch this right now.
I could switch this right now and change it to Van Helsing.
If it's on Spotify, it doesn't have to be on Spotify. I got my own. I got it on my. I got my MP3s, man. Does anyone else have like this massive collection of like movie scores in their hard drive? That's like, how many No, it's not a terabyte. Yeah, it's like 400 gigabytes of beautiful orchestral scores that I collected over the years. Many of them are unreleased and not available, which was. Oh yeah. You wanted to do a pretend DJ. I would love that. I want to hear Frank's best. But that's the thing. That's the other thing, right? Like, you can do it on Instagram, right? Because like on Instagram, at least on stories, right? You can like put a little sample, and that's like sanctioned by the copyright, whatever. And I mean, I think many of us wouldn't even mind if you got a copyright strike like you do on YouTube, and you played the song, and they allow you to keep the song, but like the revenue goes to the copyright holder. And I understand that there's a lot of contention about that, and I agree with it, because like you're doing all that work, and then it just takes your entire, it just hijacks your entire video, and then it gives the revenue for whatever it makes. You put AdSense on it or whatever, and it just goes all the way to Vivendi Universal, or UMC record, Water Tower Records or whatever, and it's nonsense. Yeah, man, that Facebook, I stopped doing anything on Facebook that remotely has any kind of video, because like hey Frank, remember like 3 years ago now, when I was streaming and we were talking about the Tron situation with Luke, and I did a few thumbnails, like kind of storyboard thumbnails, like fake storyboard thumbnails about like what if Frank went into the world of Tron, and I just played this soundtrack like no one's business. It was fantastic. All right, Nick, enjoy that burrito, my man. Thank you for showing up and being here. I appreciate that. Oh, you only caught the end of it. I don't have it saved, unfortunately, but have some memories of it. Definitely have some memories of it. Good memories. Right, there was some kind of conflicting schedules going on with when you could watch something. Because me and Luke were just in like pretty much the same time zone, and it's always been a difficulty figuring out when you could actually stream so you can get people from the other side of the pond to be able to tune in at the same time. Lord help me, I'm going to try to draw this broken cage from the movie. We're in the hands of engineers. By the way, Frank, I watched, obviously, I watched you and Ray's commentary on Jurassic Park. It was very fun. Ray is so she loves Jurassic Park. It's delightful. And I am gonna have to pop the question, and I know it's gonna be a no, but like, are you guys gonna do 2 and 3? Yeah, don't talk about the audiobook. I'm okay with the audiobook. I mean, it's fine. We're doing Inside Baseball, remember? I mean, you're welcome to ask me about it if you want, but like I don't mind either way. If it annoys you, then don't do it. If you think that more people will watch, then do it. So that's your call. Yes, you guys are gonna do all the Jurassic Parks. Awesome. I was like, are you guys gonna wait for the 30th anniversary of Lost World? And I'm like, no, I can't wait that long. She doesn't like Fallen Kingdom. Yes, that's correct. I remember her saying that, and I was like, oh, good. So glad. But you don't like Dominion, which I'm also happy about, because I think you know it's been immortalized on Luke's channel. He clipped that blow up I had with Jurassic World. So there's no surprises from me. You got a duck free appointment, but great. I mean, I was happy to see you, Recidicus. Please, I hope the eye appointment goes well. And thank you so much for just hanging out. It's been wonderful that you're able to do this. Absolutely appreciate it. We'll catch up to you, by the way, Recidicus, on the emails very soon, yeah. Oh, you're gonna do one each year. Alright. I was hoping, like, maybe next month, you know? You got your Jurassic July. It's coming to a close, but, you know. I can't be greedy. I'll watch it when it shows up. Did Ray do the cute little artwork? I mean, it's your show, that's also true. Jurassic July, The Lost August. Wow, came out of retirement for it. That's special. So Frank, since We're having a nice conversation. I really want to watch Scream 2. I've only seen Scream 1. Also, I'm sorry, I'm sketching this really small image. It's so funny how I don't have any knowledge of any of the movies. Like, I have no idea what happens in... Like, no idea. Like, no one spoiled anything. I actually had to stop watching Luke's stream when he was talking about Scream with his guest. And I was just like, nope, can't. I don't want to get. I was like, Jada Pinkett Smith's at the beginning of the second one. That's news to me. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna do that in my own time. So it's very funny how little I know. So it's 2. So because like, does everyone kind of like say, oh yeah, 3's kind of like it's kind of like the one that ran out of steam. Hey, Wahab. How are you? I'm sorry we didn't catch up very much lately, Wahab. I've been, indisposed for a bit. You know how it is. I've been okay. I've been okay. 4 is the black sheep. I see. We're talking about Scream. And Wahab, I don't know if you know this, but I've not seen any Scream after 1. So I've only seen 1, and I've seen it more than once, which is hilarious, right? Because you'd expect me to be like, oh, we're gonna do 2, and then 3, and then 4, and then, but I still just saw 1, and yeah, and me and I Want My TV Now are just kind of, because he's a big fan of Scream, and I'm just trying to, I want to know the opinions here, because like 4 is the black sheep, which is interesting because I heard when 4 was coming out, I remember everyone was being pretty excited about, you know, the return of Scream, right? And that was also Wes Craven, unless I'm mistaken. Oh my gosh. I don't know if anyone heard that, but it was very loud, and I appreciate that very much. Thank you very much, Wahab. I don't know what this channel's gonna do, but I'm kind of like figuring out if YouTube is viable enough for streaming, because like I was very comfortable with Twitch. I have more followers on Twitch at the moment for this sort of thing. But I heard by some people that it was a lot easier, or it's faster, more convenient to get more people watching on YouTube. And I don't know what that means. I don't know what that entails. But might as well give it a shot, especially if Twitch is being kind of how would you say, rude to its creators. But maybe it doesn't matter, because like I'm not a big creator in any stretch of the imagination, so I don't think that would affect me very much anyway. Scream 1 always the best. Born Again Scream fan. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, you fell in the fandom when the 5th one was announced, but you did love 2 since it came out. Gotcha. Wahab, no problem. Sleep well. Sleep well. Thank you for coming. Running out of space. Yeah. You know, if I get enough, now hear me out. I know this is ridiculous, but like if I get enough support, nah, and maybe not support. If I get a, if I have more expendable, disposable income, I could easily buy. I'm running this on Streamlabs. I'm not using Stream Town, Live Town, Stream Chat, the thing you and Luke use. And it has the option, I think if you subscribe for, that's right, so you're paying for that, right? You have to pay for it, because then if you do that, you can put your own custom logo, and then you can also stream on 2 or 3 sources at the same time, right? So it's the same thing with this. I'm not paying for this, so this is a free software, but they do have a paid option where you can actually do both at the same time, which I think would be kind of fun, actually. If gotta check the prices on that. So Scream 2, Scream 3, can't wait to see that, because I'll tell you something, Frank. Luke was so bored. He was so bored. I didn't watch the movies with him, but he was like, you know, sometimes he would send me a message or two, and he'd be like, man, see, Scream 3 is so bad. And I was like, okay, I don't know what that means. Don't tell him I said this. Yeah, so you could put the stream in multiple outlets, and put the background. That's right. Yeah. Still can't gauge how he views movies, huh? I will say one thing. Here's a good example. And I was also a little bit like, man, I really hope Luke's not listening. It's fine, Luke. If you are, it's nothing terrible. So it's the year 2019. It's April 27th or 26th, one of those. Here we are, right after Avengers Endgame. All right. I mean, look, we were looking forward to it. You know, it's the big finale. I went with my brother, my sister-in-law, not then, but, you know, close to being. I went with some other mutual friends. We all, you know, went to the theater to watch Endgame, as you do. And I came out of it, like, melancholy. I came out of it with a sense of, like, just, you know, I had to process what I watched, because, you know, this has been a thing I've been watching, this series I've been watching for the past over 10 years, right? I mean, me and you, I think we were both kind of we watched Iron Man when it came out, and we have continued following Marvel Studios Korea with great interest. And, you know, and then it came time, you know, to watch the end of this series, well, essentially, right? Like, the end of that series of stories. And so, like, you can't help but kind of feel emotionally, you know, just, you know, it had a bittersweet feeling to it, because it was the end, right? It had a happy ending, and, you know, so on and so forth. And then I look at my phone, and there's like text, like Luke saw it like the day before, and he's just texting about like man, that part where this and this and that and this, and I'm like, I give me a moment. Give me a moment. And I had to like, I was, you know, and I mean, he's not wrong, because like at the end of the day, I do watch Endgame again, and I'm like, okay, I can see the seams. I know, I completely understand what you're going for, but like, come on, man. I'm in mourning. Anyway, let's see. I wonder if I can do it in... Endgame is fine. I agree with you. It is fine. It's a conclusion, and it's a clue. I accept it. Could it have been better? Sure. Is it my choice? Is it up to me to make it better? No. It is what it is, you know? Oh, really? The art style of the anime Do It Yourself. I've not heard of that anime. I'll check it out. Heru Shi Gu. And that is your Japanese lesson for today. So yeah, what happened to the Skeletor mascot? I'm sorry, I am now just looking at Do It Yourself, the anime. Yeah, I can see it. I can see it. I can see it. I see what you're talking about. I see what you're talking about. Yeah, it's very simplistic, and it has like these... It has the, yep, it has like the... light colors. You know, just trying not to make it too much of a thing. And I get it. Yeah, totally. I think you're right, spot on. This is something that I do like. I really like muted colors a lot. I think I take that from Azumanga Daioh, which is one of the anime that is, it turned out to be near and dear to me. Yeah, it has basic, like the characters are very quite simplistic, quite not just simplistic, but like they're also very utilitarian. There's like trying to put, you know, fewer lines than you need, you know, as many lines as is necessary to, you know, to represent an image, and also all the tennis shoes. Man, you're right. You're spot on. I do like that. Looks like I'll have to watch this. Is it good? You think you wanted Skeletor, just some random guy, but you never did it? Oh well. I mean, like, how do you feel now, Frank? Like, do you... It does look like something I do. You got me. You got me. I was gonna do the same. Chansey, do you remember? Let me see if I can open this without. Hold on. Chansey, do you remember? I don't know, was it like 2 years ago, 3 years ago? I really wanted to at least do some vignettes of like a story with, you know, cute girls doing cute things. But in this case, I would, you know, want to not study, but just research on no plays and be like, oh, I mean, that would be kind of fun, you know, like researching some plays from the, you know, from the ancient no tradition. And, you know, have these girls, you know, actually practice that theater. And I thought that would be kind of fun. Do you remember that? Were you there when these things happened? I think I did it on a stream too, actually. I'm actually trying to find the images. Yeah, there we go. I should do that again. It's just like, I think I'm getting the hang of not giving a rat's ass if no one, you know, pays attention to it. I think it's always fun. I do like my anime girls, you know. I do. It's cute. There's something about the art. I mean, if you want me to explain this on your show, I will, but you know, so I'll keep quiet. But I just want to say there's something about the art that is simplistic, you know, that is, it feels like you can represent real life in a way that Western cartoons never really had that kind of intricacy. Maybe I'm wrong, but anyway. By the way, look at the background. Look at the background. It's just a screenshot from a YouTube video. Hey, thanks, Chansey. So yeah, I had these ideas. You know, someone forgot their shoes. You know, it's like that, and I was like, oh, that's fun to do character designs. You know, it's like, it's cute, right? Early Sugimori. Thank you. Early Sugimori. That's an interesting one. I don't know what I got influenced, like what part of that is in there. Like, I can't think of it, but like, I totally get what you're saying. Maybe more people will come. Morpheus is fighting Neo. Let's draw Van Helsing. Let's just draw Van Helsing. Let's draw Hugh Jackman. Van Helsing. You know, I am not... Wait, they did an anime, didn't they? Like, what's it called? The London... whatever. The London assignment. Oh, you shared the stream link for like my stream link, or I thought you were talking about your stream link. If me and, well, I was gonna say Jurassic Park, but I guess that I'm probably not the right fit for that because I think you and Ray knocked it out of the playground. And if there's anything, I mean, look, The Matrix would be probably a no-brainer. Lord of the Rings might be a no-brainer, but I think those are just too obvious, right? Last Action Hero might be one. Terminator 2. Godzilla would be Godzilla 98 would be something, because like I'm not particularly fond of it, but I find a lot of things about it to be okay. Not a lot of things. I find a handful of things quite all right with it. So that's an idea. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Van Helsing would be would be one. The Mummy would be another contender, I think. Small Soldiers. I don't know. Maybe you have someone else in mind for that, if you're ever gonna do that. Right? Oh no, I actually didn't know that. No, I didn't know that. I thought Lost World was at least 10 minutes longer. Cause like it always feels like the addition of the, you know, the T-Rex San Diego thing was like you're right. Like that's like yeah, wow. My mind is blown. I'm just kind of like taking it in. Because the San Diego thing just felt like so, you know, it felt like we concluded a lot and then boom, we're back and, you know, we're going through a whole scene, like not a scene, a whole sequence, right, at the end. And I think that's what makes it so long. Feels so long. Oh good, Small Soldiers. Well, excellent. We got it. Done deal. Now that's a movie I haven't seen in a while as well, so... Man, I was so obsessed with Small Soldiers, Frank. I like Toy Story well enough, but when Small Soldiers showed up, I think the whole... I'm gonna shut up. We're gonna talk about it. If you want. I'll even draw little pictures. Were you more of a Commando... No, you weren't. Were you a Commando Elite or Gorgonites? Because me and my brother couldn't be any more perfect. Because he loved the Commando Elites. And I was like, nah, they're boring. You were Commando Elite? No. Yeah, I think we shouldn't talk about that, because if you want to do the watch along, which I will very kindly do, which I very kindly do. Who did that? Who said that in the movie? Anyway, I'd be so down to talk about it, so I'll just shut up because there's so much to talk about. Yeah, I know. I was happy. It was completely fine with me. This is gonna sound weird to say, but I think Hugh Jackman has a really good looking nose. That's a weird thing to say, I know, but it's like I remember I remember his nose from all the movies he was in, and I was like, that is such a well-shaped nose. Anyway, my brother, he's alright, he's fine. He's a dad, so he's doing dad things. He's doing law things, your brother, wow. Sounds like an important job. Hello, Pathfinder. How are you doing today? Tonight, in fact. What's the time? It's 12 a.m. already. Crazy. I wonder if I'm gonna get a noise complaint again. Because sometimes, you know, like when I was on a podcast, this is what happened once. Me and my cousin Tim were, you know, doing a podcast. I think it was Dune. And the day after, I got a call from the superintendent of this apartment complex. And he said, so we had some complaints about you being too gosh darn loud. And I was like, oh, that's so embarrassing. Yeah, Chansey, I mean, it's easy to make that statement, right? I mean, on, you know, at face value, practically speaking, you know, that could be true. But, like, at the same time, I feel like, you know, doing art and, you know, being able to create something and be able to share it with people and it, you know, eliciting such an emotional reaction and affecting people in a personal way is something extremely valuable. And I think that that's no different than, you know, serving your country by, you know, practicing law. This doesn't look like anime to me. Yes, Captain Iron Dog. I've heard of Captain Iron Dog. I've seen Captain Iron Dog send messages on my friends' live streams for so long, and now he's here. He's here to look at me. To talk to me? Yeah, it is. I don't know. I started drawing a wolfman because we were talking about like werewolves, and then I was like, and then the topic arose where you know, someone said like that was their favorite werewolf, the Lycan in Van Helsing, and I was like, you know what? Mine too. I love the design of that werewolf. I don't care if it just looks like a gorilla with a wolf head on it. It rules. And so I just started drawing it, right? And then I was like, we could put a little, you know, little anime cat Kate Beckinsale running away. And then I started drawing the fence, the cage that it, you know, they attempted to trap it in. And then I just put the title, and then I put the Valna Harushingu. And then, you know, that's where we're at right now. So now I'm trying to figure out how to draw Hugh Jackman in a style that I'm... There you go, you too! Cat Iron Dog knows what's up. Like, what could be better? Can I go home? I feel humiliated. You know, I always wait for the day that someone's gonna make a YouTube video about that. And someone's gonna be like, oh, back in the 2000s, I watched this dub of Bakshi's Lord of the Rings. I'm sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to draw a face. I'm not getting any ideas. Oh man, see, that's the thing. I wanna express myself. I wanna talk about what I'm thinking, but then when I do, Frank hears it. And he's never gonna let it go. He's never gonna let it go. Hey, RD. I'm trying to do streaming on YouTube and drawing anime Van Helsing, but I'm not doing a great job because Hugh Jackman's nose is too perfect. Well, thank you, Frank. I appreciate that. I am very proud of the impact it had. Good old Gandalf abusing his hobbits. You sent me a funny Discord, okay. Ha! It's great. You're on that. You're on the choo-choo train, buddy. I don't know where you are or what you're doing. But it looks like you're having a good time. That's it. Did you see that? That's it. There, you got the nose. Well, Captain Iron Dog, now that you inferred it, I was gonna probably stop streaming soon, but you made me start thinking. You made me start thinking about it, and I wasn't thinking about it. So are we gonna do Dracula's Bride, the really cool, are we gonna do the really cool, like, harpy version, or are we gonna do the one with the really boring, costume? Like, those are dumb. They looked so stupid. Not a fan. Oh, your strength gives me strength. That was a bad impression. Redhead, yeah, I mean, come on, you can't. You like, they pale in comparison to the redhead because, like, that easy, like, simple color contrast, right? Red and the dark gray, like the gray body and the vibrant red hair. The Fight Club artwork? Chansey? Chansey, what are you talking about? What are you talking about, Chansey? What? I'm lost.
I'm lost, man. You're gonna have to tell me about it. What?
Alright, where are we gonna draw this harpy? Let's erase inferior sketches. Let's do it right here. Let's make this skeleton smaller. Oh, yeah, sorry. Sorry, yeah. No, yeah, absolutely. No, thank you. Like, thank you for commissioning me. I still really like it, clearly, because I'm uploading it again. It was a great idea. Alright, let's do it. Let's do it, boys. Are you here, Anna? You want to fly, Anna? All right, let's see. Bake him away. All right, let's do this. Line of action. So, I know there's only 5 viewers, and I know I should be doing this as a paywall thing, but does anybody know what it entails to do the line of action? That's kind of one of the most basic, fundamental, starts for when you're trying to draw a picture with humans and animals and other fauna. But the line of action is important because it is the guideline, clearly, it's in the name, for what the pose is going to be like. And I've always had problems doing the line of action because it's so simple. It's deceptively simple. Some people really catch on to it, others people don't. And I'm one of those that don't, because like the idea is that you start with the head. Usually you don't have to. Sometimes I found that starting with the torso is a extremely good beginning, because then you can attach the other things, the other appendages and body parts afterwards, because you got the main pose down right here. But like what you would do is you would do a line of action like this, and you would put all that stuff exactly, Captain Iron Dog, and then you would try to imagine what you're thinking about with just this line. And I could never get my head around it, really. But I'm gonna try. Even if the pose is kind of boring. You're not a terrible drawer. I love the art that you do, Frank. Ooh, a full sketchbook. That's amazing, man. I really enjoy your art, Frank. And I still have all the Christmas what are they called? Christmas cards you sent me. And like it's great. Anyway. Okay. Yeah, struggling is drawing the body. Could you be more specific? Could you be more specific? Frank, it's actually really good advice that you said. She's like, just calm down, Phil. Don't draw too fast. It's fine. As long as you talk. It's actually really good. I'm taking it to heart, my friend. Also, faces. Yes, faces. I mean, that has always been the biggest thing, right? Like, what's the first thing that people look at? They look at another person's face. They're always trying to find, subconsciously, you're just programmed to find faces in all kinds of different things. And it's that evolutionary biological thing that we all kind of share. And faces the question is, I think the question would be like, how do you, like when you're drawing, I don't want to turn this into like a art school, but like when you're drawing a face, do you think of like, cause like I'm not the best at it, but I was always trying to kind of teach myself that eyes, nose, mouth, they're just shapes that you have to assemble a certain way to get the proportions right. And then when you get those proportions right, then you can add the flourishes that make each person identifiable, you know. So it's like so if I have my eyes here, and then I have the nose there, and then there's the brow, and then I know that the skull goes like this, and then I know that the cheeks do this, and then I know that the mouth comes here, and then I know that the chin. And I always feel like that's been useful for me, because then I kind of trained my mind a little bit to recognize where to put them. It took forever, but like, and I'm still thinking I could use some work, but dude, I'll let you in on a secret, my Frank, look. I'm just looking at I'm like, no, I need to know. I need to know how this pose works. I can't do it by myself. Everyone uses reference. I mean, everyone should use references. Aren't bad. That's all I'm saying. You know, I was thinking in that case, maybe I should just show like the references that I'm actually looking at on the other screen. I'll figure out how to do that on my. I think the fun part is when you get so used to. The joke is that I'm actually looking at reference. Jim Lee draws like more than I do, and he's like, I'm sure, like, you know what I mean, like he's Jim Lee. Meh. How old is Jim Lee? I do like Jim Lee's art. It's great. I do things without refs too, but like, hey man, when I'm unsure, it's time to find those refs. Oh, I'm making her too cute, aren't I? All right. Poll time. Is there a poll? You can't do polls here, can you? Anyway, say yes for cute, say no for more accurate. Dracula Bride. Spinnick, hello. I can't work without reference, but it turns out so much better with reference. I have disciplined myself to use more reference actually, so I don't just draw mushy people. There you go. I completely agree with that. I want to see the video, Frank. I want to get sick too. Two for cute, one for more accurate. Anyone else?
Anyone else?
Oh, okay. More cute then. I'll wait a little longer, but I think that that's gonna be. I think that's gonna be it. Okay, so here's the thing. So when the neck is tilted, I was observing that there's a little bit of fat, right? We all have fat around our bodies, and there's a tilt point where there's a fold. And I kind of find that pretty cool, and I'm trying to figure out if I can... Thank you, Artie. Have you seen Van Helsing? Do you like Hugh Jackman's nose? I can't. Oh, they don't have eyebrows. Oh, that's gonna be an interesting one. Oh, hell yeah, I love Hugh Jackman's giant hat in Van Helsing. I remember the commentary. That's one of the things that I still remember, listening to the commentary, and Stephen Summers was like, I need him to look like a silhouette, so you can identify him by his silhouette. So we wanted to give him a big hat, because then he's so much like, you know instantly it's Van Helsing. And you know, I mean, you know, fair. Okay, so what I find so funny about, and I'm, you know, generalizing, anime, is that whenever we do the men, it's like you always, you know, and if they're based off of a real person, usually you would get those features in as much clarity as you can to make them identifiable, and you can put all those fun wrinkles and deformations, and you know, just make them more gritty. But then when you do the women, it's always this standard normal anime face, and it's like it's always this tiny nose and the, you know, and the eyes, you're right, and it never goes much farther because I don't know what it is. It's just such a funny, I mean, I guess it's the same for back in the day. The Hanna-Barbera cartoons had the same situation, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. Alright, so just to make anyone feel better, I'm now looking for references for just the mouth, for just a mouth open. Yes, Spinnick. Absolutely. There's always, that's the funny thing. I'm actually like collecting as many old people as I can find to have eternal youth, which is actually the wrong way to go for it. You probably want to get younger people for that, but anyway. I'm collecting as many old people pictures as I can. And by that I mean anime old people, because there's always, because you can't find enough of them, and I just love the way that they are depicted, because again, it's that utilitarian thing where you're trying to put as few lines as you can, but those lines are really purposeful and give you a fantastic depiction of like wrinkles, bags under the eyes, and they're all very distinct. You can move it a few pixels up and down and it will change the structure of the face, right? Okay, I'm still looking for an open mouth kind of thing and I can't find one, so I'm just gonna wing it.
Shima ring grandpa.
Thank you, Captain Iron Dog. I think Frank is speaking for both of us here because I was gonna go to bed soon. I think because like this is the first time I'm actually not hearing the background music for a change. I know I'm pretty sure it's still playing. But I can't hear it, and it's great. It's honestly helping me so much. So, Captain Iron Dog, you seem to like a lot of movies. What's your favorite movie of the year so far? Dude, how is MI7? Oh, hello, Star Horton. Dude, Across the Spider-Verse. Like, is that your favorite, or so far, or not satisfied with her face. Honestly not. Yeah. Man, I wanna see MI7. I just wanna see Fallout again, so I can get a refresher. Oh yeah, Captain Iron Dogs. Yeah, Across the Spider-Verse was great. I very much liked it. I did feel though that it did feel like a part one, and I know there's people who are like, oh, it's not, it doesn't feel like a part one. It's like, I'm like, yeah, but it does. It's like, it's really, it's like the Back to the Future 2. That's kind of how I feel. You were shocked that there wasn't much references to previous films. Me too, actually, me too. And I feel like that was great. Unless you're talking about MI7. You see, that's what I didn't think about that, Frank, but now that you said that, you're right. Nimona. Let's see what that is. Oh, sweet. Wow, I've never even heard of this. So it's on Netflix, and it's a CG animated movie. Is that the one with the trailer with the teenage girl, like, drawing pictures? Or am I thinking of something else? Okay, so MI7 didn't feel like a part one. Okay, cool. That's good, because Spider-Verse very much did. Still liked it. I almost cried. Yeah, I know, right? So yeah, I don't know anything about Nimona though, but the action's good. So that's something to be thinking about. There's a cliffhanger for 7, right? I mean, we all kind of, at least we know this, you know, that it is a part 1. But actually, it actually concludes the story it was telling, but, you know, it leads to the next adventure. That was amazing. All right. Gonna watch it. Gonna watch it. I'm going to watch it. I was on this streak, man. I went Spider-Verse, and then the next few days I went on Indy 5, and I got my cinema. It's just 10 minutes away on foot. Gonna see Mission Impossible 7. Tom Cruise run to the theater. Yeah, that'd be good. There's a lot of Netflix. Star Horton says there's a lot of Netflix movies where I'm kind of impressed by the stories because their development stages are shortened. I think to get more movies out, but there's still things to admire in them. Yeah. You give me so much at one time. Yes, I do. I may have bigger for you. Alright, guys. I think that with that, I'm going to conclude this stream. Thank you so much for being here. And I really appreciate the fact that, you know, Frank is here and was able to, you know, just chat with me. Keep the stream going, as it were. Captain Iron Dog showing up. Luke was here. Star Horton, thank you so much. And it's been cool. It's been very fun and chill. I think this is the most chill I've ever been on a stream, just because I didn't have to listen to this music, and I had fun. I had a lot of fun, and it's in no small part thanks to you guys. And Luke rage quit. He probably just fell asleep, but not before rage quitting. And I'll see what it's like with YouTube and streaming, because like the frickin' comment delay is so big. And, you know, maybe I'll be able to do more moving forward. And it doesn't always have to be sketches. I could just do work. In fact, I just got a green light to be able to do this, to show... I got a commission to do a Vegeta Dragon Ball thing, so I'd love to. Reciticus, how was the I'm just talking about leaving. Yeah. So I hope the eye doctor was good. We were just drawing, you know, the Van Helsing manga is happening. We got our character designs started. Still not super satisfied with the vampire harpy. But this is hilarious, and I liked it. Thank you, Reciticus. And no, guys, seriously, like, you made it a very pleasant return to streaming. And, I mean, that means a lot because I haven't done it in so long, and part of the reason why is because when you make time for it, you also don't know who's going to be there and what conversations you're going to have. Maybe, you know, who knows? Sometimes you're just by yourself, talking to yourself. And also, like, I'd have to listen to that goddamn music forever and ever and ever. But this was great. So, thank you guys. I'm gonna leave it at that. Appreciate it very much. And I'm going to share my art when I'm done sketching it as well, because I usually don't do that, because I'm trying to make artificial scarcity, see? But, yeah, screw that, man. I'll be drawing more anyway. I'll definitely be sharing the sketches when I'm done. So thanks, guys. I'm out.